We are back at the World Championships women's doubles match, Bolivia versus Guatemala. Bolivia starts off serving in those bright yellow jerseys. Skip from Gabriela Martinez from Guatemala, who's on the back left side. Her teammate from Guatemala is Maria Rene Rodriguez. Serving now for Bolivia is Yasmin Sabja. And her teammate Valeria Centella. I'm joined by Dr. Timothy Baghurst, and we'll be guiding you through this match.
Just a reminder in doubles, when you serve first at the beginning of the game, only one of the two gets an opportunity to serve. Bolivia took the first point, and then it was a side out. Rodriguez on the right for Guatemala, Martinez on the left. And then for Bolivia in the bright green uniform this evening, Sabja on the left, Centella on the right. Wow. Love the aggressive attitude of Martinez on the left. Didn't let that ball bounce and go off the back wall. She took it early. One serving, 1 second server. Flat rollout. Rodriguez on the right side. Side out. Doubles is a game of runs more so than singles because both players get an opportunity to serve. So far, back and forth it's gone in the first few minutes. Martinez holding up her racket to protect herself. Rodriguez is trying to hit that jam serve into the middle of the court. Sabja, backhand pinch. We've seen her on our stream this week. She plays the backhand very well. Lost to Vargas in the quarterfinals. Looks like Guatemala are making an effort to get that ball over to the right side. She has to make that, Rodriguez. Maybe went for too much there. What a get, Martinez.
Oh, Centella was there to cover that pinch. Didn't make it. Half out.
I don't think these teams have ever faced each other. Feeling each other out right now. What a pickup from Martinez. Great cover by Rodriguez. Oh my gosh, what a get. It's all Bolivia right now.
Oh, Sabja with the winner. So low and so crisp.
You have to admire the tenacity of the Guatemalan pair staying in that point, but it was too good from Bolivia. One. Big skip from Martinez. 4-1 in favor of Bolivia. Guatemala coached by Tom Travers. Bolivia, not sure. Many Bolivians down there. Looks like maybe Carlos Keller giving some instructions.
We see Carlos Keller very often involved in the coaching of the Team Bolivia.
Replay called. I like the call. It looked like Rodriguez was out of the way. No arguments from the Guatemalans. Bolivians, my goodness. It's been a long day, Laura.
A little tongue-tied. Second serve for Sentia.
Soft shot from Martinez. Gets the side out. Just to update you, Mexico in the other women's semifinals defeated Colombia in 2 straight games. Score was roughly 15-8, 15-4. There's that jam serve. Oh, look at the soft touch from Martinez. So casual, but she knew what she was doing.
With a little bit of a flick too, nice and soft. 2 serving 4. Skip from Rodriguez. Martinez will serve for Guatemala. Half out.
Ball hits Rodriguez in the front.
Good play from Sentia.
This is a big moment for both teams, trying to get to a World Championships final. A lot at stake for both countries. Let's see, maybe Guatemala just take a timeout to settle down. It's 5-2, first server for Bolivia. But that's a good shot from Martinez. She'll be in the final tomorrow against the Mexican Longoria.
And the singles side. Oh, nobody home on Bolivia. Side out for Guatemala.
Great serve, Rodriguez. Let's see if that settles her down. 3-5. Martinez, I thought, no, she didn't get it. It was close. 4-5.
Sentia jamming up Rodriguez. Side out Bolivia.
A few skips from Martinez as well. She hit some tremendous shots, but she's also made a few errors. Guatemala pair, I think, actually doing well right now at 6-4, considering they haven't been playing their best in this match so far. That's better for Martinez. Sabja going for the middle. Centella lining up a drive serve. It'll be a second serve. Great get, Martinez. Sabja.
Yeah,
Good
Sabja
shot.
had a nice split down the middle for Team Guatemala. Martinez doing a great job of getting to that ball, and Guatemala overpowers in that point.
Oh my goodness. Martinez again, just stretching out her racket, guiding it into the front right. Such a touch.
5 serving 6.
Second serve. Beautiful that time from Rodriguez. 6 serving 6. We mentioned the game of runs. Couple points for Guatemala. We'll see if Rodriguez sticks with this jam serve. No, it stays with the Z. Centella wants 2 bounces. Play continues. And a point for Guatemala. We have 2 line judges. Players can't appeal. It looks like we will appeal 2 bounces. Both line judges agree. Call stands. Bolivia lose an appeal. Avoidable hinder given. Looks like Bolivia are taking their first time out. Guatemala seem to have settled down now. They were behind early. Now they lead 8-6. A reminder, we have one more match coming up this evening. It's been a long day. We began at 10 a.m. Mountain Time with the singles, covering all 4 of those singles. We have 1 women's doubles and 1 men's doubles for you. Of course, coming up next is Bolivia and Mexico. A variety of countries on display.
And Mexico is the defending champion, right, Tim? They won in 2016.
That's right. Beltran and Moreno won it in 2016. In 2014, it was Colombia. So we've had some changing around over the years. Colombia's was a dramatic win for them, their first big medal. But in 2016, Beltran Moreno came in, defeated the United States in the final, and they're looking to defend it, but this time Beltran playing with Daniel De La Rosa.
Yeah, that should be a really interesting semifinal coming up after this. You guys are going to want to stay tuned for.
Well, the reason this match is going to be so dare I say tantalizing, is that the right word, is that Mexico and Bolivia played each other twice in the Pan Am Championships in March. Both matches went to tiebreaker. Moscoso and Roland Keller, brother of Carlos Keller, losing both of those very close in tiebreakers. This, of course, it's not the Pan Am Championships, it's the World Championships. It's just a little bigger. It's to claim that I'm a world champion, which is something special.
So Rodriguez hitting Martinez. This is her second serve after that timeout.
That's a smart shot from Martinez. Centella stuck up in the front. Martinez goes to the right side. Sabja not able to pull it out. 9-6. Beautiful from Rodriguez down the right side. A few errors early in the match. She seems to have settled down now.
10 serving 6 in game 1.
Oh, through the legs, Martinez. And just an error from the right-sided Bolivian. We saw Bolivia earlier this week on our stream, and an interesting method they use. Most teams play side to side. One player plays the left, one plays the right. You'll see the Bolivians. Sabja, a serve, Rodriguez. Just to go, you'll see Sabja take the back. Centella takes the front. Yeah, look at how she moves forward. Skip that time, Rodriguez, second server. That's how they played, at least in an earlier match. We'll see if they continue to do that here. 12 serving 6.
You said this was a game of runs, Tim, and it certainly has been so far for Guatemala. They've kind of taken off with it right now at 13-6.
Martinez, that time, not able to dig it out. You saw her expression. Kind of does a little dance move in the back. It was funny to see. They're also enjoying it, right? It's a big moment, but sometimes having a smile relaxes you and just takes away some of the pressure. Second timeout from Bolivia. They have the side out. We'll see what they come up with from a serve perspective. Talking to Carlos Keller. He lost to Sebastian Franco, who we saw earlier today in the main draw.
Yep, we can see the Guatemalan coach Tom Travers giving a lot of direction here to Maria Renee and Gabby down there for Guatemala.
I also see the Mexican contingent here. They've already won. It was a reasonably short match for them, and it allows them to come in and now scout their opponents. They know they're playing the winner, and so they're watching on. Interesting as well, though, Laura, many of these players are friends. They came through the juniors together. Now they're in the seniors. And a good example, Montse Mejia down here sitting right next to Team Guatemala. She's going to play the winners, and it could be her friend Martinez from Guatemala. They played each other in the final of the Junior World Championships last year. And so it's great to see they get on off the court, but when they're on the court, they're fierce competitors.
And Mejia winning. She is the current Junior World Champion, playing for Mexico.
There's the front and back that I was mentioning. Great hands to stay alive. Sabja, this is tough. Oh, right down the middle.
I like that shot from her. We saw it a little bit earlier in game one. And it's just such a great shot to just really split your opponents. And last time Martinez was able to reach out and get it, but this time it's a winner.
Yeah, and that's the danger of playing side to side, is the middle is sometimes where you can hit it, and both players not sure who's going to take it.
Which I just love, because in singles you're trying not to hit it in the middle, and doubles is a totally different ball game.
And of course, the Bolivians playing front to back, which means that you have the lines open. You want to hit those lines because both players are in the middle. Skip from Sabja, half out.
Centella will serve for Bolivia. 8-13.
Wow, a crack on the right side. Guatemala find themselves with 2 servers and 2 points away from this first game. We're 20 minutes in.
half out. Martinez serves for Guatemala, 13-8. Skip from Sabja, and makes it now game point for Guatemala.
Guatemala were in the final of the Pan Am Championships in March. They took on Mexico in the final, losing in a very close tiebreaker, but it's a different pair from Mexico.
Skip from Maria Rene Rodriguez on Guatemala, side out. Bolivia, Yasmin Sabja will serve, 8-14.
Great serve. Great pickup, Rodriguez. Sabja right through the middle. Wow, great shot, Martinez. Sabja had her opportunity, didn't put it down. Martinez had a second look.
Another point for Bolivia, 10-14.
Oh my goodness. Looks like she's okay. That's good to see. 10-14 replay. So here we go. Another game point. No, sorry, second server.
Centella will serve for Bolivia, 10-14.
Skip from Sabja, side out, deep side from her.
Game point number 2 for Guatemala.
Centella that time with the winner. Martinez. Lori, we've talked about it all week. Sometimes the last point or two are the hardest to win.
That's right. Martinez switching up her positioning there.
Second serve called. Oh my goodness, what a shot from Martinez to take game 1. Sabja was hoping for a skip, but that was too good from the Guatemalan. They take the first 15-10.
Take a quick look back there at that last point. We'll be back in just a few moments with more of our women's doubles match here live from Costa Rica. We are at the World Championships. You're watching Guatemala and Bolivia. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 is just around the corner. We're back, everyone, at the World Championships. This is women's doubles, where we have Guatemala versus Bolivia. Taking a look at the score, Team Guatemala winning game one, 15-10. It's a pretty tough battle. Bolivia really holding on there and keeping a close range within Guatemala. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in game two. I'm Laura McCormick, joined by Dr. Timothy Baghurst. Tim, what are your thoughts going into game two?
Bolivia started the better. They went up a few points. Guatemala looked a little nervous, trying to force a few things. Martinez is a very confident player. We've seen her advance to the final today in singles, playing extremely well. Made a few skips early in the match, though. But then Guatemala settled down and started hitting some shots. A few mistakes from Bolivia gave Guatemala the lead. It got tight near the end of the first game. A few points for Bolivia, but not enough. Guatemala to serve first. Martinez, forehand winner. Sabja was asking if the ball hit Martinez. It didn't. You see Martinez on the left with her back to the wall. That's the way you have to stand in doubles. Just miscommunication between the two. Side out.
Oh.
Martinez. Skip ball from Centella.
She was just right there.
And that's the advantage of playing front to back, is that you can cover those pinches and short balls. The disadvantage, of course, is your opponent or your teammate in the back has to cover a lot of court left to right. Oh, great get, Centella. Martinez crushing the forehand.
So much power from such a pretty small person. She's not very tall, but she's very strong, and she just knows racquetball so well. I feel like she was just born with that racket in her hand.
Well, we've mentioned this before. She's been playing at the Adult World Championships since she was 12. A wealth of experience. Multi-world champion at the juniors. She's already in her second World Championships final, and she's still a junior. I don't know what Martinez is appealing for. Play continues. Zero serving one. This time Sabja down the left side, earns a point for her team. Very smooth on her backhand. Back and forth. Sabja. What a long rally. Oh, Martinez plunging forward. Not able to get it. A lot of shots in that rally. Martinez takes a moment to get up. Looks like she's okay. That's good to see. I think she's more just disappointed she didn't put that ball away. Great shot, Rodriguez that time, turning her body, following that jam serve around to hit it on her forehand.
Second server now for Bolivia, Centella on the right side.
Trying the high lob Z. Martinez. Beautiful from Sabja, flick of the wrist. 3-1 Bolivia. Guatemalan pair look to their coach, Tom Travers. Second serve. Skip from Rodriguez. Another point for Bolivia. We'll see if Centella sticks with this high lob Z. Looks like she is. Replay call. Skip this time from Martinez. We do indeed see a timeout from Guatemala. They've made a few errors in this second game. 33 minutes in, Bolivia lead 5-1.
Coming up next, we will have more doubles. We'll have the men's doubles featuring Mexico and Bolivia. That should be a tough matchup here in our semifinals of the 19th World Championships of Racquetball. Currently watching Guatemala and Bolivia. Guatemala winning game one 15-10, but Bolivia leading now 5-1.
Yeah, good response from Bolivia. They had some momentum going into the end of game number one. Of course, Guatemala did close it out, but they've carried that in. They're playing pretty clean, not many mistakes, and really it's Guatemala who've made 2 or 3 skips. Sabja down on the left getting some treatment on her arm from Maria Jose Vargas, who's playing for Argentina. She lost earlier in a tiebreaker in singles to Paola Longoria from Mexico. Tomorrow's finals in singles will be Longoria from Mexico versus Martinez from Guatemala. And in men's singles, Rodrigo Montoya from Mexico against Charlie Pratt from the United States. Sabja got it. Martinez, beautiful shot. Great timeout from Guatemala. You saw the change in tactic from Guatemala. Rodriguez just going to the ceiling. Side out. 1 serving 5. Another good return from Centella on the right side. Oh my goodness. Ball flies out of the court as Martinez tries to keep it in play. Side out for Bolivia, 5-1. That's what Martinez has to do. Keep it down the line, forcing Sabja to move. Sabja skips it. Second server. Probably a high lob Z again. Great shot. No, skip ball.
Point for Bolivia puts them up 6-1 now in game 2.
Replay. Should be an avoidable hinder. No, replay called. I think we'll see an appeal. Yeah, Coach Tom Travers asks her to appeal it, and she shakes her head no. Sabja just got caught on that wide angle back to the middle. So Guatemala needs some points. They're down 1-7. See if, I'd like to see Rodriguez maybe try a lob serve. She's been hitting the Z. Centella seems to be returning it well. May go back to that jam serve. Let's take a look. Soft shot from Martinez. Wasn't a bad return from Centella, but Martinez so fast. Great shot, Martinez. She has to hit the corners.
She throws her hands up like, come on, I know that. I have to hit the corners.
Oh my goodness, behind the back from Martinez. Great get from Rodriguez. I thought she got that. Guatemala changed their mind. Coach Tom Travis says it was 2 bounces. I find it interesting that the coach knows better than the player in this situation. They have 3 appeals, and the player's pretty adamant, I got that. Why not appeal?
Oh.
Wow. This time we will have that appeal. Martinez wants an avoidable hinder. Both agree with our official Alejandro Morales. We have 2 from Mexico, 1 from Colombia. Excuse me, Argentina this afternoon. Skip ball, Sabja on the forehand side. Deep breath from her. 3 quick points for Guatemala. Martinez.
Oh. Martinez was everywhere on that rally.
Yeah, she covered a lot of court. Sometimes doing so gets her, I think, a little out of position. Coming over to the right, perhaps a little too much, but right now it's Guatemala who took the first. 7-4 in favor of Bolivia for the second. Skip ball, Centella.
Half out for Bolivia. Centellas will serve. Maria Rene Rodriguez from Guatemala overpowering that for the side out. 4 serving 7.
Both players sprawling to get that. Sabja. Beautiful backhand winner, known for a great backhand. Frustration from Martinez on the left side. Back and forth we go in game number 2. Soft hand, Centella. Again, you can see, Laura, the contrast between the side-to-side of Guatemala and the front-to-back of Bolivia. Don't often see the front-to-back, and it adds a little dimension to see the different nuances of this match.
Yeah, it's nice when things are kind of switched up, especially for the people watching at home, just to see a different style of doubles play that you don't traditionally see.
Sabja doesn't like that call. She wanted a replay, elects not to appeal. Reminder, they each have 3 failed appeals. If they win an appeal, they keep the appeals remaining. Beautiful from Rodriguez. Side out. 4 serving 8. No points scored by Bolivia on their serving. I think that's where you win against the front to back. Down the lines, have to stay away from the middle. Different twist this time from Rodriguez. She's starting to serve straight rather than that Z serve.
6 serving 8.
Centella. Sabja. Half out.
Point for Guatemala, 7-8. Remember, Guatemala won game 1, 15-10.
A few. Martinez had the whole left side open, squeezes her fist in frustration. Timeout taken by Bolivia. They started brightly in game number 2, but Guatemala have been pulling their way back bit by bit. It's Bolivia who take the timeout.
This is an opportunity for us to tell you about an upcoming event that is happening in El Paso, Texas, October 25th to the 28th. The second bi-national racquetball tournament hosted by E-Racket with Gustavo Farrell and Gary Mazeroff, both from the IRF. They run a great event. And you can expect to see players from El Paso, Albuquerque, plus across the border from Juarez and Chihuahua. Great caliber of players coming to that event. Last year at the first event, Alex Landa won. And you can expect to also see Polo Gutierrez, Alex Cardona, Rodrigo Montoya, all coming out for this event. Over 100 participants are expected.
Well, let's not forget, you'll get to meet the legends who are Gustavo Farrell and Gary Mazeroff. Gary is an IRF Hall of Fame inductee from back in 2012, I believe. Fully deserved. He's given so much to international racquetball.
And Gus Farrell is actually our
Director of Officials
here this week. So any questions that these officials have that are asked by the players get directed to Gus.
Excellent shot that time, Rodriguez. Calls off her partner, half out. High lob Z coming up. Big skip Rodriguez. Took it very high. Hands on her hips. She wants that one back. Centella. Great pickup, Centella. Well, you can see Rodriguez thought she got it. Again, she's told by her coach she didn't. 10-7.
Nice pickup from Rodriguez.
What a get, Martinez.
Safety hinder called by our referee.
Might be a situation where Bolivia could appeal that. Looks like, I think Martinez is, bleeding from that dive. So she's entitled to an injury timeout. She's looking for her physiotherapist to get some treatment. So I believe in this situation, it's an injury timeout, and players can leave the court if they want to.
You're watching Guatemala versus Bolivia. Guatemala won game 1 15-10. Bolivia leads now in game 2 10-7.
So I think what you were seeing there is the players staying on the court because they know the rules. They're not allowed to exit the court until they have the permission of the official. In that case, our head official, Alejandro Morales, who's actually in Canada working for Alberta Racquetball with their juniors programs. He's down here officiating, has done so for several years. It's great to see, that cross mixture of international racquetball where somebody from Mexico is now working in Canada developing their juniors programs. It's great to see countries really working to develop junior programming. We heard earlier in the World Congress this week from Argentina. They have 40 young players on their 4 new courts down in Buenos Aires. We learned that Korea is working to build a facility back in the exact location we had the 2010 World Championships. Juan Manuel Gutierrez from Colombia is working with the mayor of Cali, Colombia, to develop a new, 10-court facility in Cali, Colombia. This is fantastic news for those of us involved in international racquetball and fantastic for racquetball as a whole.
And if anyone's interested or has any ideas on programs that they want to develop in their home country, maybe you don't have racquetball, maybe you want to start something new, definitely feel free to reach out to the International Racquetball Federation, whether it's for advice or guidance, or if you have any questions, you can hit us up on the website or on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, I really want to encourage people. Sometimes you think, well, I can't represent my country because I live in a country where, well, let's just take a United States or Bolivia or Mexico where there's so many great players. You can represent a country based on your parents and where they're from. Or maybe you grew up in one country and moved to another country and now you're a resident or citizen of that country. You may be eligible to represent that country. So we see that. For example, we have a gentleman here who's representing Switzerland because that's where his heritage is from, and he moved to Costa Rica. And so it's great to see him on the court. He's had a wonderful time playing against some legends of the sport, and he goes away with incredible experiences representing his country. We've seen that from time to time. So if you think you may be eligible, send us a message. If you're interested in starting a racquetball program in your country, also send us a message, let us know.
So just an update on some of our finals, which are already set, and we will be live streaming tomorrow. We'll be starting those matches at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Starting off with Paola Longoria from Mexico. She will be taking on Gabby Martinez from Guatemala, who we see here playing doubles. Then at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, we will have the men's singles final. That will consist of Charlie Pratt from the USA and Rodrigo Montoya from Mexico. That should be a really exciting matchup too. We're still obviously waiting to determine who will be in the women's doubles final.
Well, let me interrupt you right there, Laura. I just had an IRF official come up and tell me that there may be a forfeit on the cards from Guatemala. Martinez has really hurt her elbow badly as she dove. He said it was blue. It was swelling. She obviously has to think about her final tomorrow against Longoria. So we really hope she's okay and is able to play, but we also want to consider the safety of the players in this situation as well. We don't want to see them injured. We saw Sebastian Franco 4 days ago dive into the back of the wall and hurt his elbow to the point where he had to forfeit. So of course we're very much hoping that she's okay and able to continue.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for that update here. We'll take a quick commercial break here as we wait for the final call, whether or not Guatemala will be continuing in this match after this injury timeout. So don't go anywhere. There's more with updates here on the IRF.
The gearbox leather sticks to my hand like it is my skin.
The best feeling in the world. You pull that thing out of the package and you can kind of just feel it still molded into the way they packaged it.
It's honestly one of the best feelings ever. You put the new glove and you're like, I got this. It's so light and so comfortable that I feel like I'm playing with my bare hand.
The grip is a lot better, so I love having new gloves.
The gearbox leather sticks to my hand like it is my skin.
The best feeling in the world. You pull that thing out of the package and you can kind of just feel it still molded into the way they packaged it.
It's honestly one of the best feelings ever. You put the new glove and you're like, I got this. It's so light and so comfortable that I feel like I'm playing with my bare hand.
The grip is a lot better, so I love having new gloves.
Looks like Guatemala has determined that they will continue playing. We thought that maybe Gabby Martinez wasn't going to continue because of that elbow injury, and she is in the singles final tomorrow, but she's back out there. You can see her really keeping that left arm very stiff right now. Just kind of keeping it off to the side.
It's one of those situations that can also affect Bolivia. They need to stay focused on what they were doing. They're up 11-7. Rodriguez, great shot. Guatemala have to realize, look, we're 8 points away from a final. The two are having a conversation. Martinez, certainly her movement is going to be affected because she's not able to swing that left arm, as you can see. She was in visible pain. I went down there just to see what was going on. Laura, we've talked about having staff at hand for these teams. Fantastic that they have a physiotherapist right there to be able to give immediate treatment and diagnosis and advice.
Yeah, and not every team has that, but we do see a lot of teams here traveling like that, including Team Canada, Team Mexico, Team Guatemala, and it's very useful to have someone here. All right, there's an appeal on the court. Call is overturned. Both line judges disagree with the ref.
Right, an avoidable hinder was given. It was a difficult one. Rodriguez was still able to swing through, but I think she was screened. It was overturned, so we have a replay. Martinez hitting a backhand lob serve, so it doesn't look like she's going to be drive serving anymore. This is a situation where is she just going to go for the rollouts or maybe go to the ceiling and try and contain Sabja on the left, allowing Rodriguez to push forward and hit more offensively.
$12-7 now for Bolivia. Another point for Bolivia. 13-7, 2 points away from sending this to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, you feel like they're on course, Bolivia, to take this to a tiebreaker, and I feel that Guatemala are almost kind of waiting for that to happen, to kind of have those 2 minutes to figure out what they're going to do. Martinez is the firepower in this doubles team. Not able to take a full swing, as you can see.
Game point now for Bolivia, 14-7.
Be interesting to see. We haven't had it yet, but whether Bolivia would double serve Martinez. You know she's hampered, not able to take a full swing. You know, playing loose right now. Replay. And we see Guatemala switch where Rodriguez is coming forward into the middle. So there you have it. Bolivia take the second 15-7. The air has just kind of been taken out of this court with the injury from Martinez. They have 2 minutes. They're not out of it yet. It's a tiebreaker, first to 11. Let's see what Guatemala do differently to get back in this match.
We'll be back in just a few moments with more of our tiebreaker between Guatemala and Bolivia in the women's doubles semifinals. We'll be right back.
The gearbox leather sticks to my hand like it is my skin.
The best feeling in the world. You pull that thing out of the package and you can kind of just feel it still molded into the way they packaged it.
It's honestly one of the best feelings ever. You put the new glove and you're like, I got this. It's so light and so like comfortable that I feel like I'm playing with my bare hand.
The grip is a lot better, so I love having new gloves.
Back in our semifinals, Game 3, Guatemala, Bolivia. Bolivia starts off serving. 1-0.
Well, you have to credit Bolivia for maintaining concentration following the injury by Martinez. Rodriguez now taking the majority of the shots.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Sabja hitting her teammate Centella in the face, unfortunately.
Also a good example of why you wear eyewear. You know, these things can happen. They're not deliberate. We see sometimes people going into a court without eyewear. Oh, I'll be fine. We're good players. So are these, and just sometimes accidents happen. So always, please always wear your eye guards. We've seen some people on this stream in our tournaments really get hit hard in the face, and that's why you wear them.
Nobody home again for Bolivia. Point for Guatemala.
Yeah, it's down the lines when you're playing one in front, one back. Make the person in the back cover both sides. Better serve from Rodriguez. Martinez. There's that corner, right?
Yeah, they need to keep attacking those corners. As you mentioned, you leave those side lanes open when you're playing front to back. 2-1 for Guatemala.
Little short. well. What's the call? Replay. That might be worth an avoidable hinder. Centella was really in the way of Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think Martinez is appealing for Guatemala.
Both line judges agree with our head official Morales. We are an hour and 7 minutes into this match. First to 11. Good
Nice.
shot down the right side from Centella. Z serve a little short. Sometimes, Laura, a player will hit a specific serve because they struggle against it. I'd be interested to see what Centella would do with a high lob Z.
Side out, Sabja will serve for Bolivia. 1-2.
Martinez with the skip. You can see how it's changed her movement and her swing, holding out her left arm. And again, you have to call that this time. Bolivia don't like it, but that's the danger of coming across the middle. Centella right there. Well, for tomorrow's final in singles, we hope that Martinez is okay. Credit to her, she's fighting on in this semifinal.
Point for Bolivia, 3-2. Centella serving.
Great get, Sabja. There's 3 skips in this tiebreaker from Martinez.
4-2 in the tiebreak.
That's what I feel Martinez needs to do, right? She's still trying to attack, but there's so much pace taken out of her shot. Her timing's a little bit off. Get it deep. Force Bolivia to maybe take some lower percentage shots. That time better Z serve from Rodriguez. And allow Rodriguez to really take charge. Okay, it's your turn. Your turn to lead in this doubles match. I can't do it.
Right. Lean on your teammate.
Oh my goodness, soft hands that time, Martinez. Didn't have to swing hard.
Ties it up, 4-4. Remember, the tiebreaker is first to 11.
And the Z serve short. Look at this. Guatemala changing sides. Great get, Martinez. Sabja. Oh, Rodriguez diving to the right, not quite able to get there.
Nice effort from Maria Renee Rodriguez. Does look like she's taking over some control as she is now playing on the left-hand side. Let's see if they keep it that way. Martinez looking like she's back on the left now.
Catching Rodriguez by surprise, 6 serving 4. Took an unusual bounce. Good shot that time, Martinez. They're still in this, Guatemala. You can tell that they're struggling now, but it's not over. Second server. Oh no, Martinez has stopped. I think she's done.
Does she have another injury? Or is it?
She just stopped in the middle.
I think
It's
Guatemala
heartbreaking.
looks like they're out just looking at Trevor's body language, but I'm not sure if it's a second injury or if it was that elbow again.
Well, I think it's the elbow, and actually she cannot take a injury timeout for that again. So Guatemala should be taking a timeout. Otherwise, I mean, the rules are rules. Otherwise, it's a technical or forfeit.
Yeah, and it looked like from Trevor's body language that, you know, I guess also considering that they had considered a forfeit, it looked like that's what he was saying, like she's done, it's done. We'll get an update for you in just a few moments. Bolivia staying on the court.
Well, this is not the way we want to even watch a match. You know, seeing somebody in pain fighting.
Right.
Credit to Martinez, still trying to stay in it. But
Yeah, it looks like
and we see the match
Guatemala
has
is
been forfeited.
forfeiting. Great effort, though, from all the players. This means Bolivia will move on now to the finals tomorrow. They will be taking on Mexico on the women's side, who defeated Colombia earlier today in 2. Coming up next, we have our men's match, men's doubles, featuring Mexico and Bolivia. So we'll be back in a short amount of time with that next match. You'd like to